Halle Bailey is pregnant. Okay, hang it up. Like, get over it. Get over it. She's pregnant. The girl is pregnant. I see Cardi B during the commercial. I see her sitting on a disco ball in the sky, and I'm like, what's about to happen? I'm like, oh my god, what is about to happen? Should I be mean or should I be nice? The should I be mean screams were way louder. People were running out, but I already knew what it was gonna give. Hello fairies, get excited, it's time for a new video. If you are new here, then welcome to the Fadum. All you have to do to join the Fadum is to press that, you know, scroll down. You see that subscribe button? Oh, if you in full screen, okay, exit out of full screen first, babe. Okay, cool. Now you see that subscribe button? Yeah, you want to press that. You want to press that. And then voila, you are now a part of the Fadum. Ta-da! So today is a little bit special. I don't know what it is about September, but it's just been giving me all the vibes. And we kind of went to the VMAs this week. So I'm going to be giving you guys all of the behind the scenes tea, all of the, like, of course, every award show I always give my opinion on different performances, different things that happened, different speeches, you know, what people were wearing, this and the third, my opinion on it all. We are not going to let you down. I'm going to give you all of my opinions about the VMAs. I'm also going to tell you about a little bit of what I thought about stuff that wasn't on camera and, you know, a little bit of everything else. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Get excited. We about to start. Let's go. I get it. I'm with it. Since the beginning. So usually I'll talk about the fashion, but honestly, I can't even talk because I get it. Like when it was time to go to the VMAs, it was giving very much I just want to put on a t-shirt, some jeans, and some sneakers. But I didn't do that. I was close. I was very close, but I didn't do quite that. Next time I go, we're gonna call it. Next time I'm there, I will be there as a like music guest, like as an artist, okay? But if I were to go to the VMAs again as a fan, I will definitely be there in jeans, sneakers, and a t-shirt, okay? Because it was giving very much my feet were killing me. It was giving very much it didn't need all that. Like it was girls in full gowns, baby. No, it'll never be that serious. Never be that serious. Like, you not accepting an award, you're not presenting, like, please relax. Relax. So I get it, you know, you want to be comfortable, but baby, the fashion was not fashioning. The fashion did not fashion.
Who was this wonderful person that was given a fashion show with no fashions? How dreadful.
How dreadful, okay? How dreadful. It was probably like one or two looks that I really liked. I don't want to sound biased, so I'm not going to say it. Maybe like one or two outfits that were cute. Pretty much everything else was just an outfit. And I get it because like I wasn't in the mood to dress up either. So maybe it was just in the air, you know what I mean? I also got sick. I don't know if I got sick from Fashion Week last week or if I got sick from the VMAs. I don't know, but like I'm struggling now, so I might have already been sick and that's why I was just kind of like pay it. But we're just gonna skip over the low lights, okay, which was the fashion. The pre-show I didn't get to see, obviously because I was in the Prudential Center, so I didn't see what was happening on the red carpet. I didn't get to watch the pre-show until I got home the next day, and I watched it on YouTube. And let me tell you, whoever that man was in the green with the leprechaun suit, sir, you carried the pre-show. You carried the entire program, okay? Because Saweetie, I don't know where she was, but she was not there. She was not there. Diamante, like her body was, Saweetie's body was there. We saw her, but like Diamante, like her brain, Saweetie, I don't know where she was. She was still in the Bay Area, or she was still somewhere in Manhattan for Fashion Week. Where's Sweetie's team? Like, who's on Sweetie's team and allowed her to get up there like that? Like, who, like, what was it, shots? Like, was it too many shots? What was happening? It was given very much shot o'clock. Uno, dos, tres, shot o'clock. It was giving very much like, whoo, Sweetie was not there. And we all saw the clips of her stumbling over her words, of her forgetting to read the teleprompter and being like, oh, it's my turn. I mean, it happens, but like, what happened? I mean, it was a long week, I will say that. VMAs happened right after Fashion Week, so it was a lot of stuff going on. So maybe she was just like still rebounding from that, and that's just what we got. That's just what we got, okay, y'all? So now I am in the Prudential Center and I am watching. So a little bit about my seat. I was a little bit upset. Like, everybody was texting me like, oh my gosh, are you having fun? Are you excited? Da, da, da. I was a little bit annoyed because I had tickets to be in like the main seats, right? But we kind of missed out on those seats. So like, the whole thing was kind of crazy because there were so many people there that I love and I adore, but I couldn't help but feel like, dang, like I could have been like right there. And also I feel like I'm getting to the point that I know like, okay, one day this is gonna be my everyday life. So I'm starting to like, how you get jaded before you even get there. But granted, like I've been around the industry for a while now. So it was like now as I was like writing my notes for the video, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, like, oh my God, like this person was there, that person was there. But like, I'm finding myself not getting like as amped up as I know I could or used to would have been, I guess you can say. But also I think a part of that has to do with where I was seated. So let me try to explain the setup of everything. So there were 3 stages. Let's say one on the left. I don't know, watching the video, if this is your left or your right, but this is my left. One on the right, a stage on the right, and there was a stage in the center. This way. Audience here, audience behind the stage over there, audience behind the stage over there, audience, audience to the side of the center stage, and also to the side of the center stage where basically the celebrities were seated. So the celebrities are seated like this, like facing this way, and then there's like 2 little circles here, and then there's a center stage. In the little circles, it's like fans are standing there. So you could have stood like literally right next to where the celebrities are sitting and where all the celebrities are coming in and out for the center stage. Then in the actual center of the floor, it wasn't a stage, it was like a standing pit where like a bunch of, kind of like you're in a festival, a bunch of fans are like just standing, and then you have, of course I said fans facing like where I am, let's say straight on. So one thing I'll say is, I don't know if every award show is like this, but for the VMAs, 2023 VMAs, it had to feel very awkward to sit where the celebrities seating area was, which is probably why like for a minute I was like, are there any celebrities here? Because it was barely any celebrities sitting there. Like barely. And of course there are other reasons why there weren't certain celebrities weren't sitting down, and we'll get to that later, but very few. Lil Nas X had this big like church mother feathered hat piece thing going on, so he was very easy to spot. He was sitting there for pretty much the whole show. Ice Spice, again, the iconic red fro, easy to spot. Like Ice Spice is probably Ice Spice, Taylor Swift, and Lil Nas X was like the main 3 celebrities that was seated there like the whole time. Selena Gomez was seated there on the right side in a red dress. Of course Shakira was there here and there with her kids. Ashanti was sitting next to Ice Spice at one point. Fat Joe came at one point too. But it was like a good 6-7 celebrities, you know, and everyone else was giving very much like, I'm the celebrities team or I'm a seat filler. So I was just like, weird. But at the same time I get it, because it was very awkward. Like very, very, very awkward. Like you're sitting trying to watch the show and literally all the fans are like facing you you're facing the fans and all the fans are staring at you, facing you, the whole arena of fans staring at you while the VMAs are going on. Very awkward, very weird. Like, I could imagine not knowing. Oh, of course, we'll call her in this video Yuxie Red, Big Yuxie, because I don't know if YouTube's gonna be weird about me saying the other word. So Yuxie Red was there. She was easy to spot because of her red hair. But for the most part, I was just like, where are the, like, where? Like, it was a little empty. Anyway, that's how it was set up. And my seating was by the right side of the stage. So I was actually able to see behind the right stage. So I saw a lot of like behind the scenes before people were going on stage, what they were doing, what was going on. So I'll give you a little bit of tea on that. And I also was able to see stuff from a different angle from where you may have seen it on camera, because obviously on camera it's going to be straight on. And I'm watching stuff from the side, so I'm seeing other things. You know what I'm saying? Also, Ice Spice being the hair, she was the person we all like kind of were able to pick out. For one, when she came out to sit down, all the fans lost it. Okay, the whole pit was Ice Spice, Ice Spice, Ice Spice. So I looked to my friend and she's like, yeah, that's Ice Spice. I'm like, yeah. But Ice Spice, did you do a little nip tuck? It's none of our business. You don't gotta say it. But the body, and she had on, I think she came in with like a white dress, and we all know white is gonna accentuate the curves. That's a whole new body from Munch era. I don't know who your trainer is or if you did a little something, but it's working. It's working, girl. It's working, because all the way from the other side of the arena, we all knew. We all knew, okay? Cute. Another thing that I do want to say, because I was able to see behind the stage and also like in between like different sets, because there's 3 stages. So as one stage is going, they're like rearranging and setting up another stage. The MTV crew is immaculate. Like, the fact that that whole thing went off without a hitch live, timing was impeccable. Like, they were creating, like, if you guys could see the way they were setting up and breaking down these stages like that, like hats off to y'all, because it was crazy. Like, full scenes was just being created in front of our eyes, and it was giving a full concert. Like, I'm sure y'all were watching on TV and it looked, I watched it on TV too, to like gather my thoughts and kind of, you know, see what I missed being there. But like, y'all got a show through the TV, but when I tell you, being in there, they made sure it felt like we were at a concert. Like, it felt like a full-on, like, we paid money and we're at a concert. Like, it didn't feel like an award show. No. I think it was intentional too, that they made it feel like this is a world tour stadium concert that y'all just walked into and we ain't even know it. Like, they really, MTV's crew is amazing. Chef's kiss, okay? The award shows were in Newark, New Jersey. Weird. First of all, never do that again, please. I don't ever want to have to travel to New Jersey. I'm sorry, I love anyone from New Jersey, but as like a New Yorker, but when you got off the train, MTV signs was there telling you where to go, how to get where you, like, they thought of everything. But let me tell you, what they did not think about was that New Jersey Transit completely leaving us stranded after the show. On the Prudential Center's website, they say that the transit works in tandem with the Prudential Center. They know when there's events and they give extra transportation to make sure that we're able to get home. They did not. We were standing out there for good 50 minutes. 50 minutes waiting on a train to get back to New York. Never again. Don't do this no more. Don't that was not cute. The way my feet were killing me at that point, you tried it. Don't ever do that again. But, you know, they definitely did a good job of making sure that like everything was thought of. They helped us get to the Prudential Center from the train. They had all the signs that you needed, like all the logistics. Everything was thought out. I love that. I love a well thought out event. Amazing. So, starting the show, Lil Wayne is performing. He opened. I knew he was gonna open because I was speaking to some of the crew members before the show started, before I walked in, and they were saying, yeah, a boy band's gonna get back together. And he was like, you know, that already got spoiled, you know, a boy band. We're like, what boy band? He wouldn't say, but I kind of knew it was Insane because, like, it's Insane, come on. And then he was like, Lil Wayne's opening. Lil Wayne opened. I couldn't hear, I think because he was the first performance, the audio was a little bit shaky in the Prudential, not on TV. Y'all heard it perfectly on TV. But in the Prudential Center, I couldn't understand what he was saying for the second song. But when I watched it on TV, I heard the second song, the Serena Williams, that was cute. That was a very catchy song. See y'all, I told y'all I got sick. I'm like getting winded trying to talk to y'all. But I wanted to get this video out because the VMAs just happened and I want to be able to give y'all content. But just know your girl is struggling a little bit. So hit that like button and subscribe because I still came out to do this video for y'all. But alright, let me take a water break and we get right back to it. Alright, so then it was time for Olivia Rodrigo. She sang beautifully. I don't remember, I didn't pay attention to whether or not she was singing live or to a track. Like at this point I don't care that much. When it was obvious, and when it was like I had to like try to figure out, I didn't care because honestly, let's be real, we all know that like most of a lot of stuff that's entertainment is entertainment and it's not always 100% authentic or real, but we're there to like watch and enjoy whatever. She sounded good though, whether it was tracking or not. Then she had like a technical difficulty like embedded into her show. Actually being at the show, I was like, what's going on? What happened? Especially since like the pyrotechnics were a part of the malfunction, the fake malfunction. And like I was right by that stage. I told you guys I'm by the right stage. She was on the right stage performing and I'm smelling the fire. And like they made it to look like stuff was catching on fire, things were falling, and like the music was skipping. I'm like, well, what's actually happening? And then she came back in with her next song and I was like, that was fire. It was fire until I went home and watched it and realized the words that were skipping. I caught that. I did catch that. That was a little sketchy, but the rest of her performance was really good. But they definitely got me. I was like, what is happening? Like, what the heck? And then she came back in with the next song and I was like, ooh. That's another thing. The transitions at this award show, immaculate. Like, I don't know who was the technical brain for this show, but y'all need a raise. You need a raise. Like, and you need to get a mentee and start mentoring and teaching because we need more people like you, okay? So then finally Nicki Minaj comes out. I'm like, where's Nicki? Like, ain't she the host? Where is Nicki? She comes out. She looked amazing. Nicki, you looked good. The roar from the audience when she came out, insane. Like, I've never heard a crowd so loud I never heard a roar so loud at a concert in my life that I can remember. I mean, I'm sure when I was a little girl, like when I was a little girl, I used to go to everything. My mom used to take me to everything. I saw Beyonce at like 5 years old. Like, my mom took me everywhere, but like I don't really remember those concerts like that. So in my like adult life, loudest crowd I've ever heard in my life. It was so loud that I was a little scared. Like, you know, like anyone that like is a little bit anxious, you know, it was a little scary. Like, I mean, like it was scary. It was a little scary. I'm like, dang. Because the when I tell you, you cannot fathom how loud it was in there. You cannot fathom how loud it was in there. And I know that's a part of why Nicki's heart was so full at this award show. She literally said it. But and how grateful she was for everything, but she looked great. Crowd lost it. You can tell it was a huge Nicki audience in there. It was a huge Nicki crowd in there. Then NSYNC came out, presented the Pop Award, very befitting. Let me tell you, I'm the girl that was putting on shows and performances at 4 years old. Like, I've been, like, I mean, writing music, writing rhymes, performing, singing all day, every day to CDs at 4 years old. So when I tell you, 4-year-old me was so in love with NSYNC. Like, music was my life, and NSYNC was my first ever CD I was gifted. 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old Tiana, NSYNC is there? What? Like, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old Tiana would have, like, lost her mind at the fact that she was there and that close to her literal childhood stars, her literal childhood, like the people that she looked up to her entire childhood. Only person I was missing was Britney Spears, because let me tell you, I started listening to music very, very young. So NSYNC, insane. But the crazy thing is, I don't know what it is, and granted, I know I've been around stuff like this for a while, but like, I felt so jaded. Like, I wasn't excited. I don't know if it's because I knew I was supposed to be closer and I wasn't closer, and I was kind of like upset, like, dang, I'm here, but I could have been right there. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was that, but like, I was just chilling, and like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, bruh, like, 4-year-old me was literally thought she was gonna marry Justin Timberlake. Like, you couldn't tell me that that 20 whatever year old didn't want my 4-year-old self. You couldn't tell me that. You just couldn't tell me that. I could not fathom the fact that that could be like the case ever in life. So that was really cool. After that was Bongos. Well, after that was a commercial. And then we knew Bongos was about to happen. One, because it was happening on the stage that my seat was at. So we literally saw Cardi B and Megan like coming up and getting ready to go on stage. So while we were starving, I hadn't eaten anything all day. Starving, thirsty, all of the above. We're like, okay, we're like, okay, I know we said we were gonna go eat at the commercial, but like, we staying here, right? Okay, we staying here. So I see Cardi B throughout the commercial. During the commercial, I see her sitting on a disco ball in the sky, and I'm like, what's about to happen? I'm like, oh my God, what is about to happen? What is about to happen? And I can tell you that I understand how it came off, you know, when you're home and you're watching it on YouTube and you're just like watching the performance and, you know, judging it from that. And we all know that I'm a barb, but let me tell you, while like Nicki Minaj has a special place in my heart, of course, we're both from Queens. We're both Queens girls. She's from Trinidad. She was born in Trinidad. My family's from Trinidad. Like, she was the definition of my confidence growing up as a little girl. Like, she has a very special place in my heart. I am like I'm a very fair barb. I'm not the barb that's like, oh, once you do something wrong to Nicki, I'll never give you props ever in life. Like, I'm not that barb. Like, when Nicki does something that I feel like isn't right, I'll admit, like, didn't love that, but love her music. Like, she'll forever hold that space for me. Like, she'll forever be that girl. She'll forever be that girl. Does she make mistakes? Is she always right? Is she always perfect? No, she's a human. Like, I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, it's never giving delusional. So while, you know, the whole Nicki Cardi beef is an obvious thing, I'm gonna judge it fairly, of course. While, you know, whatever's going on with Nicki and Megan is weird, I'm gonna be the first one to say, and I don't feel no type of way about saying this, because even Nicki was messing with Megan back in the day before whatever happened. I don't know what happened. But I'll be the first one to say, like, before Megan even blew up, I was following Megan and watched her journey to becoming Megan the Stallion that we all know today, and was rocking with her. Like, I was reciting Stallion freestyle. Like a real rap girl loves a real rap girl at the end of the day. So All that being said, bongos went crazy in the stadium. I know how y'all felt about it when you watched it. I saw and I understand. I understand what happened. I saw the hiccups, but I just have to be real. I have to be honest and say that in the Prudential Center, bongos went crazy. Bongos went crazy. Bongo, bongo, bongo. Then when the song came out and the video came out, was I impressed? I really wasn't. I wasn't that into it. But the energy, I think between like everyone knowing this is Nicki's show, because it was clearly Nicki's show, and knowing that like, okay, it's Nicki's show, but Cardi and Megan is coming and they're gonna perform. So what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with this? It was that excitement of like, what's about to happen? How is it gonna go? You know, what's gonna be the narrative of this? So, and then it's just a high beat, high energy song. So the energy went crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I saw what y'all saw, okay? And we'll get to that. But when the performance ended, I looked to the people that, you know, my friend that I came with and the friends that we made there, and I was like, we were all like, okay, yeah. They snapped. Like, that was lit. You gotta, you know, like, we're not blind, we're not ignorant, we're not delusional, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It went in the stadium. Now, what I do know and what I do think is that all of the energy, the high energy, definitely got to Cardi. I think, like, that's why the hiccups happened. And I get that. Like, I feel like she needed more practice time. Granted, like, the song just came out, and I feel like we found out that they were going to perform, like, after a lot of the performers were already announced. So I don't know if it was, like, a last minute, like, hey, the song came out, we need the promo. VMAs is down with the promo, let's do it. And it was, like, quick rehearsals type of thing. But, like, the choreo was not in Cardi's body. Like, if you're a dancer, you know what I mean by not in your body. If the choreo wasn't in your body. If you're not a dancer, basically, like, there's a point when you are practicing a dance as a dancer that you get to a point where it's muscle memory, where you could do the dance in your sleep. It's like you get to the point where you don't have to think about, oh, what's the next step? Okay, then this is the next step. Okay, now what's the next step? You're not thinking about what's the next step no more. Your body already knows. Your body knows, once I do this, I'm doing 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 this. Like, you don't have to think about it. It was not in her body. It was not muscle memory yet for her. And because it wasn't muscle memory and it was such a big moment, and she knew it was such a big moment, and the crowd was giving her that feedback and the energy was so high, her brain didn't have time to keep up to remind her, okay, now this is next, now this is next. She needed it to be muscle memory, and it just wasn't muscle memory. So she did fall out of her choreo a little bit. We all saw it. You know, a lot of people were giving her crap for that. I understand, and I feel like she recovered well from it. It was obvious that she fell out of it, but she recovered from it, which is, you know, what you do. You know, you mess up your choreography, you recover. You fall down, you recover. You forget a word, you recover. You know what I mean? Like, all that said, you know, people were like, oh, Megan carried the performance, Megan this, Megan that. Megan was amazing. But Cardi had her moments too. Megan did not miss. Megan did not miss, okay? But Cardi had her moments too. Granted, of course, when you're on stage, all of your moments are choreographed. Whoever the choreographer was, I think somebody said Sean Bankhead. I don't know who it was, but you did that, okay? When she was like, it sound like bongos, pop, pop, pop. Cardi hit that, pop, pop, pop. While Megan did it with her body. That was fire. Like, I can, like, the choreographer in me, the dancer, the performer in me, I can appreciate that. But, you know, there were slip-ups. But I think knowing, like, everything that was happening, like, the adrenaline of, dang, like, the girl who for most of my career has been my enemy, my opponent, she is hosting, this is her show, and this is my moment, like, I gotta kill it. Like, I get that adrenaline of that. So, you know, while, you know, it was what it was, like, that's my unbiased opinion. Then Demi Lovato performed, and like, when I was talking to a crew member that had been at the rehearsals or whatever, and he was like, you know, Demi's performance is amazing. She killed it. Her performance was amazing. However, it was really loud in there, and I feel like like we all know Demi can sing. I feel like certain notes lost her because of the, like it was really loud in there. And I'm gonna chalk it up to like, it was really loud. I know she probably had in-ears in, and that should cancel out a good, almost all of the audience. But she did have a live band performing, so I know she had to hear the band, and maybe she wasn't able to hear the band as well. But for the most part, powerful performance. A lot of throwbacks I hadn't heard in a while. I was like, okay, Demi, like I want Demi to have a comeback. From that one performance, I'm like, I would not be mad. I'm so tired of the music industry being taken over by people that don't have talent. Like I'm here for everybody that's actually talented to come back. Between her and Keisha Cole, like yeah, y'all can come back. Y'all can come back. So now back to the screaming, because I don't remember, I think it was like the K-pop award or the international whatever, K-pop, maybe it was the K-pop genre award, and then the Stray Kids won, and they were like, oh, they were like me, us, and like it might have looked obnoxious on TV, like obviously it's y'all, why y'all acting surprised, why they trying to act like they're surprised that they won? No, like when I tell you, it was really loud. People were screaming at the top of their crown chakra, not the top of their lungs, not here, not the top of their mouth, not the top of their throat, not the top of their eyeballs, the top of their heads. The top of their crown chakra was it was just like, people was loud as crap, and it got to the point I was getting really annoyed, because there was a girl behind me, any and everything, they'd be like, oh, I had rice for dinner. Oh my god, they had rice for dinner. Girl, wrap it up, okay? So like when they announced that the Stray Kids won, I didn't even know who they said. So like it really was that it was loud, and like they didn't know what the announcers said. But yeah, I mean, that was a different experience. Like I said, I never heard an audience that loud in my life. Then it was another commercial break. This commercial break, I actually went to get food. So I missed Nelly Furtado, which kind of crushed me, because remember when I said the 4-year-old Tiana, 4-year-old, 5-year-old Tiana? That Tiana, elementary school Tiana, loved Nelly Furtado. Oh my god, I'm talking about elementary school Tiana. No, elementary school Tiana loves NSYNC. Today Tiana still loves Nelly Furtado. Like when I tell you, like this is really what I used to do when I was a little girl. Okay, I would get a CD, and I would play it over and over and over again, and I would sing every part, and I would imagine music videos, and I would be in the song. I would close my eyes and literally see the song. It would be colors here, like that was my life. If I wasn't going to ballet class, then like my mom kept me busy, but when I had time for myself, I was writing music. I was listening to CD. I was living to these CDs. I was living to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Nelly Furtado, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, a little bit of Pink. It was giving like, that was my life. So yeah, heartbroken that I missed Nelly Furtado and didn't even know that she was there until I watched it at home, and I was like, wow, 5-year-old me would have gotten my entire life. Okay, but either way, Anita performed after that. I was on the food line. Then, you know, we came back in and we were standing, and I didn't really want you like standing in like the seated places, but like we were trying to just eat and not have to, you know, go back all the way back to our seats. It was giving like too much commotion, so we kind of went back out of the curtains and ate at a table outside by the concession stands. Not by the concession stands, but just outside of the seats. And then they're like, oh, Doja's performing, and we just kept eating. Like the other girls that we were sitting by, they went back in. They were like, oh my god, Doja. We stayed outside purposely, on purpose. I'm not gonna get into that whole thing. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. And now what I can tell you is, you know, we're outside, but we can still hear like what's going on. We can still hear the music. I had peeked in at one point and I was like, my friend was like, what? I was like, it looks like it's literal, you know what's circled around her dancing. It's giving weird. It's giving I will never watch that. And honestly, that night was the first time that I heard all 3 of those songs that she performed. I was into Doja before she blew up. Like, I remember I saw her at Sounds of Brazil in like 2018, 2017, 2018. Like, I've seen, like, I was there for Cardi. I was there for Doja Cat's come up and was totally into it. But I have not heard until I was there and like was forced to hear it. But I have not purposely listened to a Doja Cat song since pretty much this whole year. All year. I have not been into the shenanigans. I have not been into it. And I kid you not, we're sitting out there, we're eating. The other girl's like, yeah, come in. We're like, no, we're not coming. And the crazy thing is, I had never spoke to my friend about this, but we were just immediately on the same page of like, that's not our thing. Literally, people were, by the 3rd song, people were running out of the stadium, out from the curtains, out from the seats, like, oh no, she's talking about this, she's talking about that, she's talking about Emons. We don't, no, we're not watching that. People were literally leaving out, right? people were running out, but I already knew what it was going to give. So I was like, I don't even need to go in there. The energy was weird after that. That's all I'm gonna say. It was just, I plead the blood of Jesus, okay? I plead the blood of Jesus. Period. So yeah, I don't have any thing to say about her performance. I purposely missed it. I don't know what happened. I heard people said she was a great performer. I'm sure. Not into it. Okay, so then Callie was on the Real stage. That was a great look for her. She performed on the Real stage twice, I believe. Really good look for her. I'm glad that she's getting the looks, okay? Because I'm always here for my melanated girls, dark-skinned girls, getting the looks that the lighter-skinned girls been getting, okay?
Speaking of dark skin and brown skin girls getting their just due, yes, I do think Victoria Monet deserved to be on the stage. For performance value alone, Victoria Monet would have been one of those people that kind of gave us that little extra push. She's definitely an amazing performer, and I feel like she's been in the industry for years, so to say that this is too early in her journey, what? And the funny thing about it is, me and my friend, like, I kind of looked at her, I said, you know what, I feel like I wish, like, maybe Chloe or Normani performed here, and she was like, yeah, and then I realized what was missing was there were no R&B acts, like, literally no R&B performances. And then we found out later that SZA was supposed to perform, so I guess that explains it. But I will say they had hip-hop performances, they had pop, they had K-pop, they had rock, they had all these things, but R&B was missing and it was felt. So Victoria Monet would have been amazing there. I just wanted to point that out. But, you know, things happen. Maybe next year. All right, going on.
Shakira.
There she go.
Shakira!
She ain't stopping for you.
Shakira is another one. 4-year-old me, baby. Like, another thing I used to do, I used to record a music video and wear that tape out, learning every single move. Shakira was one of those artists that I was recording her music video. Between Shakira, Beyonce, and Sierra. I mean, I'm a kid. I don't have nothing better to do. Once my homework's done, what am I doing? I'm learning harmonies from boy bands, from CDs. I am memorizing the entire front to back choreo of Baby Boy, because what else What? I'm an only child. Like, what else is there for me to do? Okay, Shakira. Okay, you could not tell me I was not a belly dancer when Shakira was out. Love that she got her flowers. Her performance was also a little bit weird at some points. Didn't love that, but love that she got her flowers. Shakira is literally an icon. I'm glad y'all finally figured it out. Okay, now let's get to Nicki. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, this is another one where I have to talk about the difference between how it was perceived, probably watching it on your TV, versus how it was perceived in person. I get what y'all are saying, that y'all were underwhelmed about the performance, but being there in person, I really did appreciate the simplicity of it. The simplicity of just giving a little shoulder. Okay? The simplicity of just giving a little I killed them. Period. Like, what? I appreciate that. Like, it was a soft song. And then I'm watching it, and she did it on the right stage, the stage that I'm on the side of. So I'm able to see that, like, I'm able to see stuff that you guys can't see on the TV, obviously. One thing I did notice, and me and my friend was like, why she got, I saw she had a teleprompter with the words. And I'm like, last time I saw you, it's been out for a while. She knows the lyrics to this. Like, why does she have a teleprompter? Why does she have the words? Then she transitions into the new song off her unreleased album, the song that's not been released. She gives us a sneak peek, and I'm like, that's why she needed a teleprompter. I was like, she needed the words because this is not a song that she's practiced for performances. This is not a song that's even a single. Like, this is a song that she probably said, oh, you know what? Let's throw this in there. So as a songwriter, yeah, just because you wrote it does not mean that you know it by heart. Let me tell you, you need to practice it. So I 1000% understand her needing the words for that unreleased song, 1000%. So that was like my clue, and I didn't get it until I heard the music switch, and I'm like, oh, she's about to sing something she just wrote. She's about to perform something that she just, you know what I mean, like that we haven't heard yet. And it was definitely calling out the girls. Like, I need you to understand that the energy in there is a little bit different. Watching it on TV, I definitely get like wanting more. I definitely get that, because it was a very simplified performance. Even with like last time that I saw you, like I said, the stage hands were amazing. They could have built more. They could have put, they could have easily done more with the whole set, with the whole performance, which makes me think that the simplicity of it was purposeful. You know what I mean? That's what makes me think that she did it on purpose, because it was easily, like, literally Karol G's setup was directly across from Nicki's stage on the left side. Like, her dancers and everything was already there. Her stage was set up. Everybody was on stage waiting, right? And once Nicki went into that second song, Karol G's dancers started freestyling. Like, oh, they was pop locking. They was doing all types of stuff. They was breaking bones to that. They was like, oh. And like, I'm watching, I'm like, whose dances is that? Because they was getting it to Nicki's second song. But that was proof that, like, she could have had dancers. She could have had backup dancers to that second song. She could have had a lot more going on. Which makes me think, like, either it was like a last minute thing or it was intentional. Not sure which one it was. But I do get why y'all were like, oh, da, da, da. But let me tell you, she made up for it on that second performance. I got my entire life on the second performance, but we're not there yet, so we're gonna get there later. Now, I told y'all that I was able to see behind the stage on the right, and with that being said, one thing I can say, and I love this for her, I love this for sis, everywhere that Nicki was, as soon as she got off the stage, let me tell you, Ken was right there waiting for Barbie. Kenneth Petty was right there behind the stage. Those two, inseparable. Those two inseparable, and I love that for her. Okay.
And yes, I am aware that after I recorded this video, there was a little bit of news that broke out about Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Offset. Honestly, I'm really over the beef. I wish it would just end, honestly. I don't even remember why they're upset with each other. I don't even remember how it started. What I don't want to happen is for this female rap beef to turn into something like violent, and you know what I mean. I really would like for them to be able to squash it. I don't see it being squashed anytime soon. It's just too much. Both of them are married with children. I want to see them happy. I want to see them living their best lives.
Then you had Karol G's performance. It was good. It was high energy. I don't remember a lot about it. It wasn't in English. I don't know what she was singing about, but you know, very high energy. Cute stage setup. Had the little hearts and the pink and the, you know. Sexy Red was looking for food. Sexy Red, there was food. There was concession stands open, but I guess it was just open for us. They was definitely going around serving those celebrities alcohol though. So they wrong for not giving out. MTV, you was wrong for not giving them food, but you was giving out alcohol, because we all saw Taylor Swift with that cup. We know that the alcohol was flowing, but y'all needed to have some food flowing with that alcohol. Y'all was wrong for that, okay? Somebody should have brought out, Saweetie should have brought out that cake that they had gave her. How y'all bring out Saweetie a whole cake at the pre-show and Sexy Red couldn't get a french fry? Like, we was eating, I had fish and chips. My homegirl, she had a whole extra loaded Jersey hot dog, supersized hot dog. Like, y'all couldn't get Big Yexy a hot dog? You couldn't get Yexy Red a hot dog? I don't know, but Saweetie was wrong too, because they gave her a whole cake. You done messed up the whole pre-show. They didn't still give you a cake. You could have shared the cake with Yexy. You saw she was hungry. I know you was looking on the shade room at your phone throughout the show. I know you saw that. That's how you knew that we was making fun of you. You could have gave her some cake, okay? You know, after that, Mary J. Blige presented for Diddy. Let me tell you, Diddy, wow, I did not think that he would be one of my favorite performances of the night, but he really, like, I was in there jamming, okay? It was a little bit rocky at first. It was a slower start. I won't say rocky, but it was a slower start. It was definitely like a climb up to the climax, you know what I mean? Because one thing, and I realized, I think this is the reason why it felt a little bit like so drastic from the rest of the show, was because he was one of the few artists that performed without a backing track. Like, it was just him, the music, the instrumental, and a microphone. And he started off with a slower song, so it was like, it wasn't like a lot of but and you couldn't have the music, the background music, be too loud and overpower him, because it was just him on the mic. It was no like, okay, I got my background playing the song with my vocals playing in the back so that could be loud because it don't matter. Like, no, it was just him and the mic. So when he was at first like, y'all rocking with me, y'all rocking with me, like, that was him trying to get people into it, because at first the energy felt a little lower because it was just him. But let me tell you, once it got to, he brought out his son, Young Miami. Once it got to Keisha Cole, out of here. I mean, you had me scream, singing. Are you not embarrassed? Like, I did not care. I was into it. Keisha Cole, and you brought back the red hair. Period, sis. Like, when I tell you I got my entire life, okay? She set it up perfect for the perfect ending. He had his son come out doing Mace's part. I told you that we won't stop. I don't remember what song it was, but like, I was getting my entire life. Killed it, and I was shocked because I was not thinking that it was gonna give all that, but it definitely gave. And he had his kids, like, literally his twin daughters was his backup dancers. Like, I love, one thing I can say about Diddy, he's not always the most like likable person. It's that Scorpio energy, you know. Scorpio energy can be a little bit off-putting, but one thing I can say that I really admire about what he's done is the way he set up an entire empire for his kids. Like, oh, my son likes to rap, bet. Oh, Quincy likes to sing, bet. Let's put him on it. Like, I feel like he just like, he's setting up a great pathway and a great platform and a great empire for his kids to take over whenever they want to, if they should want to. Oh, my kids, my twins are into like fashion and modeling. They're on the runways walking. Like, I love that he's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about. The black wealth, the generational, like, I'm here for that. Like, I don't know what he, like, I don't know the man. I don't know what happens behind the scenes. I don't know what he's done, you know, whatever in the past. But one thing I do like about him is the empire he's setting up for his kids. Okay, he will always have his kids taken care of and kept, and I love that for him, and I love that for them, period. The other son with the TV show on Revolt, like, okay. Then Peso Pluma, I had never heard of him until this night, but his performance was actually really good. In the light show, when I tell you, the TV did not do that light show justice. Like, seeing the light show during his performance in the stadium, gorgeous. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Like, I can't explain to y'all how pretty it was. Now, the Stray Kids came out. Never heard of them before either. I'm not into the whole K-pop thing, but I might need to get into it. I might need to get into it because, baby, like, the performance, the drama, like, it's like this. They honestly made American artists and musicians look lazy. Like, I can genuinely say they made us look lazy, because the performance quality, them and Tomorrow by Together, I mean, like, they incorporate Michael Jackson, they incorporate it's just the performance quality, it's the theatrics, the stage, the thought behind the production of it all. Oh my god, like, I didn't know, but I looked to my friend, we looked at each other and we're like, okay, K-pop. Okay, K-pop, like, we might be K-pop fans, so we didn't even know it. Like, I don't know what they're saying, I don't know what they're talking about, but it's the energy, it's the, okay, y'all better go on this stage and y'all better look like stars, and they understood the assignment for me. You know what I mean? It's not giving lazy. It's not giving, like, it actually, I'm shocked. I get what y'all, I get it now. And it did no justice on TV. None. They killed it on the TV, but they really killed it in person. Like, it was really good, okay? Nicki Minaj won the best hip hop after that. And I just want to say, I don't know how it came off to y'all when y'all were watching it, but when she was like, should I be mean or should I be nice? The should I be mean screams were way louder than the should I be nice. I feel like it didn't come across that way on TV, but in person, at least where I was sitting, the should I be mean was a loud roar. The should I be nice was like, woo. You gotta watch it to know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Then Metro Boomin came out, and no shade, but like, they sandwiched that in between the K-pop groups, and the K-pop groups was just given so much performance that it was just weird to see, after that, see Future come out in like a baggy jogger set and just walk back and forth on the stage, and, you know, like, and see, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. More thought. I need American music to give what it used to give. Okay? I need the performance to give performance. That's all. That's all. Okay? That's why I'm kind of like, I kind of have to give, it wasn't perfect and it wasn't on the K-pop level at all, but I do have to give Cardi and Megan their props on, they definitely were trying to give a little bit more of that, like, experience, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be like that, because if you have talent, then you don't have to do all that, you know what I'm saying? But after seeing the K-pop people dance and give every, like, it made it just, you know, it made the Metro Boomin performance look a little lackluster, kind of. And it was kind of weird, like, what kind of club and HE double hop, you know what I mean, kind of setup was that? I didn't know what was going. And then it was like, also like, it was I didn't get it. I just didn't get it. Maybe I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. I told you I love Tomorrow by Together. It was the production for me. It was the attention to details. It was the rain moving with their body. Anita came out and it was kind of giving, she wasn't able to dance as well as them. Or like, she probably like came in the rehearsals a little bit later. It was kind of giving, I'm gonna stand here and be pretty. I'm pretty. Thanks for clapping for me. I'm pretty. A little bit of that. It was giving a little bit of that, but like, I understand, like, she probably was not in rehearsals like they was in rehearsals. Like, I know they was probably doing it 20,000 times till it got right. And then Anita probably came in afterwards. But K-pop, I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I like it. I like y'all. Now, I hate to burst y'all bubble. I hate to make y'all sad, whoever's gonna be saddened by this, but let me just, come here. Come here. Halle Bailey is pregnant. Okay, hang it up. Like, get over it. Get over it. She's pregnant. The girl is pregnant. The girl is pregnant. Let it go. Get over whatever you wanted. She's pregnant. Wish her a happy, healthy baby. Like, send her your love and positivity. Stop hating. It is what it is. The Little Mermaid's pregnant and it is what it is. Get over it, okay? I told y'all I was standing to the side. So you know when someone's pregnant, if you're watching them from like the front where the camera was, you can't really tell. Once you see them turn to the side, you know, you see that bump. I was watching her from the side, and as much as she was trying to like fluff out her dress, she kept on like, let's say this is her stomach, she kept on like bringing her dress out. She's pregnant. She's pregnant. It is what it is. Moving along. So then Ice Spice comes with her little armpit purse. And she wins Best New Artist. We all knew she was gonna win. Ice Spice, the purse is killing me. I get it, it's a part of her thing now at this point, but like, girl, get an outfit with pockets. Like, the purse, the little tween church purse. Okay. Now this was the first time I ever heard her call her fans munchkins. I know she's trying to, like, she has the whole Munchkins collab with Dunkin' Donuts, and like she's like, oh, my fans are called munchkins. And I'm like, was that always a thing? Like, this is the first time I've heard her like now pushing, oh, my fans are the munchkins, and now she has the little munchkin drink. Love that collab, by the way. Genius. Like, when I saw, you know, I know there was like a little post going viral that like Starbucks was gonna have the Ice Spice drink, like the pumpkin spice be the Ice Spice drink, and for a minute people were like, is this real? Is this real? Her team's genius, blah, blah, blah. But like, they made it happen with Dunkin' Donuts, and it's perfect. I don't know, was that always like a thing though, or did they just like try to make that like, this is gonna be the thing because we have this, you know, this connection, this collaboration now? But yeah, Ice Spice won Best New Artist. Then my favorite, one of my favorite, I won't say it was my, was it my favorite performance of the night? Let me tell you, before this performance happened, my friend, she was like, I'm tired, you know, I'm kind of ready to go. And we were gonna leave. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we did not leave. Like, it was probably my favorite performance of the night. And like, you know, like award shows always say the best for last. Like, they try to like end with a bang. Between that and Diddy's performance was pretty good too. But I think this might have been my favorite performance of the night. So it was the celebration of 50 years of hip hop presented by Cardi, and Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, LL Cool J. I feel like I'm missing somebody. DMC Run DMC. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, because the transitions, I don't know who was in charge of like the musical transitions, but chef's kiss. Chef's freaking kiss. First of all, the way nobody was slipping on their words, like the way that they was rapping like they was still 25. Huh? Because in like 50 years, baby, in 50 years, I don't know if y'all can tell me in 50 years, hey Tiana, go on stage and do what you was doing in your 20s. Like, I don't know if you could, I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know if you come to me in 50 years and be like, hey Tiana, do what you was doing back in 2023. Like, I don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe I'll still be able to do it. I don't know. I hope and I plan to be able to, but I don't know. I might be a little winded. There was no windation in the situation at all. It was given. Okay, it was given. I'm like, okay. Then Nicki comes out with Itty Bitty Piggy, and the way they transitioned the Slick Rick to the Itty Bitty Piggy, immaculate. If you don't know, Itty Bitty Piggy was the first song I ever heard from Nicki Minaj. I was in a dance class at school, and it was towards the end of the year, and my classmates put it on, and I'm like, what is this? Baddest in the school, baddest in the game. Excuse me, honey, but nobody. I said, wait. I said, hold the up. Who is this? What is this? And where has it been my whole life? Like, literally, confidence immediately skyrocketed. Finding out that she's Trinidadian and she's a Queens girl, confidence literally skyrocketed. Like, immediately, yes. Immediately, yes. So, her coming out to Itty, yep. Lost it. Then she goes and she goes from Itty Bitty Piggy to Red Ruby. She transitions into that. Now, if y'all don't know, if y'all are new here to the Fadum and you don't know, I recently put out, earlier in the year I made my own rendition of Red Ruby the Sleeves because I liked it that much. I literally I did my own freestyle to it. So once I heard that Red Ruby beat, I was like, good day. Goodbye. Oh, y'all still here? I was gone. Now everybody was like, oh my god, is she gonna do Red Ruby with Megan Megan wasn't there. Megan and Cardi left. I heard that they were hosting the after party. So they were getting ready for the after party. But when she said, it's the horses since Christopher Reeves, and they said, put the mic out, we was all like, uh-oh. It was amazing. Thinking out loud, I must have a couple milli on me right now, and I ain't talking about the Lil Wayne record. Where's my shoe? Just throw my shoe. Just take. You want the wig? Lil Wayne comes out, I'm a millionaire, I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair, my criteria compared to your career just isn't fair. I'm a venereal disease like a menstrual, bleed through the pencil and leak on the sheet of the tavern of my mind, cause I don't write shit, cause I ain't got time. Then LL Cool J comes out, then walk this way, talk this. They all come back out. Yeah. After that, my friend was like, okay, you ready to go now? I said, yeah. I'm gonna just ride on out of the Prudential Center on this cloud of mine. And Taylor Swift won at the end. After that, I watched the show when I got home. Taylor Swift won Best Video or something. I don't know. Taylor carried the show. She was pretty much the only like superstar that's like superstar that sat in the audience. I don't know where all the stars were. Nobody was sitting in the audience. Like after a while, it was like they would dibble and dabble in, you know, they would come in, they would sit, but they weren't like consistently there, or at least I didn't see them consistently there. But Taylor carried the show. Taylor was lit. We all saw the memes. And that was the VMAs. That was the VMAs. I did have to wait about an hour on my tired feet for the train to pick me up from Newark, New Jersey. That's pretty much my only complaint. Aside from the fact that I wasn't sitting where I was supposed to be sitting. I'm not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. But that was my first VMAs, y'all. I don't know what else would y'all want to know. I had a good time. There was alcohol for the people that were attending to. I didn't drink. I definitely ate because I was starving. I had the fish and chips, regular concession food. They had a lot of dessert options. I didn't have any dessert. I did get sick. I don't know where I got sick from, but that was it. It was a lituation. Oh, they had these cute little like light up wristbands that you could put, like, they were on the chairs and you could put them on your wrists, and literally it would light up with the song. So let's say a milli, and let's say the stage was like purple during a milli, right? The light would go purple and purple and purple and purple and purple, 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 purple. It was lit. Like, it was so cute. That was such a cute little touch. But yeah, that was the VMAs. If you like this video, make sure you press like, make sure you subscribe, join the Fadum. I am Tiana Grisai. If you want to see more of me, I am uploading weekly vlogs right now. I'm also a musician, so check out my music videos, check out my music. And I'm probably gonna end this video with one of my songs, so if you like it, hit up Spotify. Everything's always in the description box. All right, peace out. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye, fairies.
I'm with it, Tiana Grisai.